T Rowe Price stock, ticker symbol TROW. I asked you guys what my next video should be about and you said T Rowe stock analysis. So here we are. This stock is down 35% year to date, so all the reason to check the fundamentals, and with the PE ratio sitting at 9.8, I think we can already say they might be undervalued. But that's not the only thing people love about T Rowe stock. They also have an impressive dividend track record, with a dividend yield of 3.8% and 36 years consecutive dividend increases. But first I'll show you everything you need to know about the company T Rowe Price. I'll show you what they do and I'll show you my fundamental analysis to see if T Rowe stock is buy or not. I'm very excited to see what you guys think about the stock, so please let me know your thoughts in the comments. My name is Thomas and this is Thomas Invest. I'm an investor looking for great stocks at great prices. Please subscribe to join the community and to receive multiple analysis every week where I will tell you everything you need to know about the stock market. So what does T Rowe Price do? T Rowe Price provides asset management services for individual and institutional investors. It offers a broad range of no-load US and international stock, hybrid, bond and money market funds. Fundamentally, the firm makes its money by managing client assets in mutual funds. T Rowe operates a host of different funds with a variety of strategies, goals and methods. But each, at its core, is helping the investor successfully build wealth through investing. At the end of April 2022, the firm had 1.4 trillion in management assets composed to equity 55%, balanced 30%, fixed income 12% and alternatives 3%. Approximately 2/3 of the company managed assets are held in retirement banks account, which provides T Rowe Price with a somewhat stickier client base than most of its peers. The firm also manages private accounts, provides retirement planning advice and offers discount brokerage and trust services. The company is primarily a US-based asset manager, deriving just under 10% of its AUM overseas. So now that we know more about this company, it's time to check the historical stock price performance. I decided to compare T Rowe to the S&P 500 and some major competitors, which are AMP, STT and NTRS. On the 5-year chart we see that T Rowe is up 77%, which is very nice. The S&P 500 is up 68%, so you easily beat in the S&P 500 with owning T Rowe stock. AMP is up 121%, STT is down 14% and NTRS is only up 24%. On the 1-year chart, T Rowe stock is down 33%, while the S&P is only down 2%. AMP is up 2% and STT is down 18%. The last one, NTRS, is down 9%. So T Rowe is down most in the past year. On the 1-month chart, there's nothing special to see in my opinion. All stocks are trading around the break-even mark. And now that we know everything about the price movements, it's time to check the fundamentals of this company. T Rowe Price is a 27 billion market cap company with a PE ratio of almost 10, which is very low. This could indicate that this company is undervalued based on the PE ratio, but it has to be said that this is typical for the industry, so later in this video we will compare it with the peers. In this graph we see that stock price is going up, but earnings go up as well, and since 2010 the PE ratio always stayed under the 20. Operating margin is sitting at almost 48% and profit margin at almost 38%, which is really nice, and the best part is that it's increasing every year, so this looks really good to me. Next up are the returns. You want these numbers above 10%. Return on asset is sitting at 14.5%, which is fine by me. Return on equity and return on invested capital looked good at the low 30s. The 5-year return on invested capital looks also good with almost 70%. The 12 trailing months revenue is sitting at 7.7 billion and the quarterly revenue growth year over year is sitting at 2%. In this graph we see the revenue since 2010. It's going up nice and steady and this is something I really like to see. Next up is the balance sheet. T Rowe Price has 2 billion in cash, which is more than enough to pay down the 320 million in debt. So this looks good to me again. They have plenty of cash left to invest in the business after paying down debt. So for me it's very important that a company has an increase in free cash flow, since this is used to pay down debt of course, but also to buy back shares, pay dividends, do acquisitions, research and development. In this graph we see the free cash flow growth over the past years. It looks nice and steady except for a period in 2016 and 17. But aside from that, real nice. As I said a moment ago, free cash flow is used to buy back shares, and this adds a lot of value to the investor because EPS will go up and it's more easier to maintain and grow the dividends, which all led to attracting more investors and in the end, a higher stock price. In this graph we see that the shares outstanding are going down, meaning T Rowe buys back a decent amount of shares. In the past 5 years they bought back roughly 6% of the total shares outstanding, and of course this is influenced by the Roni virus, where they decide to put a halt on the share buyback program. The next thing I want to show are the dividends. And with the shares outstanding going down, it's more easier to maintain and grow the dividends. Right now, T Rowe has a 3.78% dividend yield and a payout ratio of 35%. The 5-year growth rate is sitting at 15% and they grew the dividends for 36 years in a row. I think this is a great dividend scoreboard. It's healthy, a high dividend yield, and it's growing for a long period of time, at a high compound annual growth rate. From a dividend perspective, I think T Rowe is one of the better companies to have in your portfolio. The last thing that I want to discuss with you are the fundamentals of T Rowe versus the major competitors. I decided to include AMP, STT, NTRS, RS, and BK. Here we see that all companies are trading at a low PE ratio, which is very common in this industry, as I told earlier in this video. Except for RS, which is trading at a higher valuation. In terms of revenue growth year over year, both T Rowe and RS are the winner. Revenue compound annual growth rate is the same story. And also with the net income compound annual growth rate, T Rowe and RS are the winner. T Rowe does have the highest margin, so that's something I think is very important, especially since it's significantly higher. Return on equity is higher at T Rowe versus the competitors, except for AMP. Return on assets is also the highest at T Rowe, and return on capital is again one of the highest at T Rowe. The last thing I want to check are the dividends. T Rowe has the highest dividend yield and one of the most decent payout ratios, so that makes them automatically the winner for me. Next to that, the dividend growth and consecutive years of dividend growth is also the highest at T Rowe. So, my final conclusion is that T Rowe Price is a very interesting company and the fundamentals look really good to me. From a dividend perspective, I think T Rowe Price is a buy for me. They got an increasing revenue, increasing free cash flow, and debt is very low. They also buy back shares, which is something I really like about this company. But during volatile times, stocks like this get pushed down a lot, so that's why they also are down 35% year to date. So from a value point of investing, I would say this could be a buy right now, but you have to accept the volatility that comes with it during times like this. This could also be a very interesting moment to buy because you can load up the boat with a lot of new shares when a crash or correction appears. Right now, I will add them to my buy list, and whenever the moment is right, I might buy the stock. And remember to always do your own research and never fully trust on what I or other YouTubers say about a stock. I'm not a financial advisor and this content is just for entertaining purposes only. I hope you liked this video and I did bring some insights of the company to you. I would really appreciate a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to get notified when I'm posting a new video. Thanks for watching and I will see you in my next video.